welcome to Dance in Style. My name is Desiree Monet, and I'm a dancer here in LA.
Why you gotta act so naughty? Oh, nana, I'm about to spend all this cash.
I moved here about 3 years ago to pursue my career in dancing. I did a lot of research before I moved here. However, a lot of that Google and YouTube information I found was not very useful. So, 10 tips you should know before you move to LA. LA is not the LA that you see on television. There are ghettos, there are rundown areas. It's not just Compton, it's all over. So there are two places that you'll probably be living. It's either in the valley, which is San Fernando Valley, north of actually the city of Los Angeles. And then there's Los Angeles, which is where downtown LA is. You don't need a certain amount of money to move here. I've heard a range of things from people. They've moved here with $40. They've moved here with $5,000. You just need to make sure that you have some type of income to continue once you get here. So whatever you save, whatever you have, whatever you don't have, make sure you have some type of way to generate money as soon as you get here. Because look, LA is expensive. Gas is expensive, parking, everything. So keep that in mind. Don't let these little LA people, not little LA people, but people that live in LA tell you that you can't drink the water. You can drink the water. I come from St. Louis, and we're used to drinking out the tap. Like coming out from outside on a hot summer day, put your face right under there and get you some water. They say to not drink the water because we're in a drought and all this other kind of stuff, and the water tastes terrible, and they'll have you buying a bunch of bottled water, this, that, and the third. You can drink the tap water. Know that. Get ready for people's unsolicited elevator speeches about themselves. People will rattle off their entire credits and you didn't even ask. You just ask what they did, and they'll tell you they've worked for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, artist, actor, company. They're gonna give you the whole shebang. So be prepared for that and just listen. Just listen, just go with it, just listen. It's annoying, but you're going to experience it, so get ready. Number 5, you do not need a car to live here. I know people say it's a lot of driving, it's a lot of, I need to get here, I need to get here. Yes, everything is stretched out. Like, there's Lyft, there's Uber. Public transportation is pretty decent if you are in the LA County or LA City area. It's just gonna take you a while to get there, but you can get anywhere you want to with your 2 feet. And the public system, there is a metro system here, and there's Lyft and there's Uber. And if you use Uber Pool or Lyft Pool, you can get places that you need to go for about $5 to $7, depending if it's like 12 or 15 minutes. It just depends when you're going and also how far you're going. So take that into account, but you do not need a car. Don't let them fool you. You can Lyft and Uber everywhere. Number 6 is going to be a little contradictory to my number 2 because it's about your living situation. Make sure when you come out here, you have a solid living situation and a backup. Don't come out here thinking that, oh, my girl will take care of me. I'm gonna sleep and crash on her couch and we're gonna be good. There's so many situations where people end up living from couch to couch or living in their car or homeless. Make sure you have a backup and make sure you're comfortable with living with strangers. I know it might sound weird, but renting a room, like a single room, out of someone's house is very, very, very normal. I did it myself, and that's in another video. I'll talk about that. I've had some interesting stories, but to say the least, I have rented a room. So make sure that you have a solid living situation, and have a backup, and have funds for your deposit, basically. So it's at least $1,500 for a deposit, give or take. You may be able to get a cheaper deposit or anything, but $1,500 is usually what you'll need to spend on the deposit for an apartment, and then your first month's rent. So keep that in mind. Definitely have a backup plan for your living situation. Have a second, even a third option sometimes. If the first one's sketchy and the second one's like, oh girl, I got you, because that can go downhill. I've seen it. So okay, so number 7 is a little deep, so just follow me, okay? You will attract everything in your person, everything in your energy, everything in your mind, everything that you exude, you will get back. What I mean by that, if you're a Debbie Downer, if you mess with drugs, harsh, whatever, if you have depression, or if you are a happy person and you're full of life, and if you're naive, you will attract whatever is in your person 1,000 times quicker than what you experience at home. Just want to let you know that. If you come to LA and you don't have yourself together, or you're not pretty sure who you are as the person, you will get sucked into a lot of stuff that you wouldn't normally get into back home here. Just know that, understand that, really understand yourself. If not, have a good sounding board that you usually go to, that you can talk to whenever you're going through anything, because you can become really lonely and really into your space and attract people, things, energies that you just don't want in your life or around you. So keep that in mind. If you're not in a happy space when you come out here, it's going to be 10 times worse once you get out here. So much worse. Keep that in mind. Keep a positive mind. Get out here. And number 8, you're actually going to piggyback off of number 7 and have someone that is a good sounding board. Have someone that is almost like your rock. You're going to need someone to talk to vent to talk about your career, your highs, your lows, what you're going through. It could be a girlfriend, it could be a boyfriend, it could be a mom, it could be a dad, it could be an older sister, some type of mentor. You need someone to talk to. You need someone to vent to keep you on a level playing field, because as creatives, we tend to get in our heads and we tend to just get off into tangents, just getting off into things that you wouldn't normally get wound up in, because you're by yourself and you're thinking and you're focused and you're making sure you're just hitting the ground hard. And sometimes you could be a little hard on yourself, or sometimes you could be not hard enough. So always have that solid rock. You need someone in your life to talk to vent to. And if you don't have anybody like that in your life, tread lightly when you come out here and find people in your industry or close to your industry in that little circle, and make sure you get some sound advice. Make sure they're qualified to talk to you about it. Check their rap sheet, not rap sheet. Hope they don't have a rap sheet. Check their credentials. Get advice from those people that have accomplished what you're trying to accomplish. On a lighter note, number 9, getting around. Your GPS, Waze, W-A-Z-E, perfect app to use to get around LA. However, the time it says on the app is very accurate on how to get to the actual location. But you need to add about 30 minutes to your commute because it's gonna take you about 10 to 15, probably closer to 10, to get out of your house and get to your car. Not kidding, very serious about this. About 10 minutes for you to get out of your front door to the door of your car. 10 minutes. You're gonna have to walk. Whether you live in a complex, whether you live somewhere where your car is right out in a parking lot close to your apartment, 10 minutes. Additionally, you're gonna add another 15 for finding parking once you get to your destination. So keep that in mind. 15 minutes on the back end. So let's just say a good 30. So if it takes 15 minutes to get to your destination, add 30 minutes. 30 minutes from when you need to leave to when you walk in the door, 30 minutes. So a total of 45 minutes for actually a 15-minute drive. So keep that in mind. And number 10, this is not sponsored, so I don't want anybody coming for me for this number 10, Yelp. Yelp will be your best friend. In LA, Yelp is a godsend. Yelp will give you the rundown, good and bad, on about everything. I found my mechanic based on Yelp. I have a Volkswagen Beetle. So it's a little expensive sometimes to go to the dealership. So I actually found my mechanic through Yelp. So keep that in mind. It's usually not that great in other cities, but LA, Yelp is pretty good.
Oh, na na na, oh, na 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 na. Everybody say it like. Oh, na na na, oh, na 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 na. Everybody say it. You the one to celebrate.